Hey, how are you? My name is Fold. Welcome back to some Destiny 2. Today I'm just going to be doing, as fast as I can, rapid fire looking at all my stuff that I'm going to be taking into Day 1 Crota. You're going to have to pause the video if you really want to be able to look and read everything. There will be no builds in the description. You're just going to have to watch if you're interested enough. There will probably be timestamps to show off where each build is, so look through and pause at your discretion. Speedloader's Slacks build is a versatile build that's based on Strand Ad Clear. The weapon search will change based on what weapons I'm using at the moment, but otherwise the build is pretty set in stone. It uses Whirling Maelstrom to help with Ad Clear because it does a lot of damage and regenerates your grenade quickly because it triggers Threat of Generation. It also uses Threaded Spectre to keep you alive by having the enemies target it instead of you. With the addition of Woven Mail on the build, through Threat of Warding, you're very difficult to kill as long as you are making orbs and picking them up. You're allowed to slam damage to enemies very quickly and use your super to bring down bigger targets without much issue. Weapon-wise, you can use whatever you want in the build. I will most likely be using the Navigator for free Woven Mail, though, or potentially just some other really powerful exotics. This Young Ankara's Spine build is an ad-clear focused build that generates super very quickly and efficiently. The whole idea of the build is that you will throw tons of grenades to gain super and create orbs, you will throw melees in order to regenerate your grenades, if they haven't already been regenerated by the grenade itself, and dodges to make up the middle ground of being able to create more orbs through Reaper, as well as gain back your melee and grenade energy. The build uses Blade Barrage as its super as a general kill this giant pile of ads button, or possibly this enemy just needs more damage done to it quickly button. The build's fairly straightforward, and it'll typically be grenade, melee, dodge, melee, grenade, dodge, over and over and over again until everything in the nearby vicinity is dead. It can be used as a boss damage build in a pinch, however I'd most likely just recommend using my Star Eater Scales build. This is a Void Gear Falcon's Hunter build. It's a classic I want to live at all costs Void Hunter build. Stylus Executioner and Vanishing Step keep you invisible almost all of the time via all the debuffs that you'll be applying to enemies, and gaining Devour through Echo of Starvation means you're almost never lacking for healing or grenade energy. Echo of Persistence helps with duration, Echo of Cessation makes you just vomit void breaches everywhere, and Echo of Undermining meaning your grenades will actually help you kill more difficult enemies in higher level content, or just actually kill enemies in higher level content. You could possibly drop Echo of Undermining for Echo of Vigilance in order to give yourself overshields if you're worried about survivability. Super-wise, you do use Mobius Quiver because it is just the best burst super for Hunter. Honestly, Gear Falcon's Hunter just feels better than Orpheus Rig Hunter in most situations right now. I'd honestly just use Gear Falcons over Orpheus at the moment. This is my Star Eater Scales build. It's a very general use purpose build. I can change it to any subclass with the changing of a few mods. The whole idea of the build is I can make orbs using any number of different ways, and because of that I will regenerate my super very, very quickly, as well as make myself tons of orbs in whatever element I happen to be in. The version that you see on screen is my solo one, which is typically what I use them because Solar Golden Gun is a really quick way to get off lots of burst damage on a boss, and you don't have to get into melee range like you do with Strand Hunter. Stasis damage boost is on the boots because I use my well-rolled Cold Comfort for boss DPS in most situations. This is my Arc Liar's Handshake build. It's a build that just kills stuff very quickly and very efficiently by just punching things until they die. It is mostly an ad clear build, but it can do pretty okay during boss fights if it is a melee range boss and you have no other options for damage via heavy weapons. It is usually best for close range encounters. I don't know how much I will use it in the new raid, we will see. It depends on how much survivability at range matters. You could also swap out the Liar's Handshake for Assassin's Cowl for general better survivability. The build does make a ton of orbs if you're able to use it though, so if there is a situation where I can use this build, I will probably pull it out just to make a ton of orbs for my teammates. Weapon-wise, I have almost everything you can imagine ready to go. Rockets, linears, swords, machine guns, grenade launchers, fusion rifles, hand cannons, SMGs, trace rifles. No one really knows what's going to be good on day one, so enjoy just scrolling through my inventory with me and seeing all the random weapons that I have available. You might even see some more different extra weapons on day one, depending on what ends up being the best. If you want to watch all these builds get used in person, we will be streaming the raids Friday, September 1st at 1 p.m. in the afternoon when the raid goes live. My team is planning on going until we clear the raid on both normal mode and contest mode. So if you want to see all these builds in actions and see how they actually work out, feel free to stop on by. Regardless of all that, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I hope to catch you in the next one.